Ladies and gentlemen, I am Charles Godfrey Iohannes Foxtrot II, rightful ruler of this house, and you peasants shall bow before me.
So anyway, this helmet arrived about 2 days ago, and I absolutely love it, which my parents didn't fail to notice. In fact, my mother thinks I'd sleep with it, which I don't, Mom! God! I mean, of course I don't sleep with Charles.
I am Charles.
So anyway, you people may be wondering, if this is the second, what happened to the first? Let me show you.
And so, after that tragic occurrence, a new king was chosen. Me.
This particular helmet, made by Lore Factor from Poland, I'll post a link in the description below, is made from hardened steel, which makes it practically impervious to hammer strikes, as opposed to Charles I, God rest his soul. See for yourself. Aye! And it actually... didn't really do anything at all. Snoot for boop. No, but the snoot's primary function is to glance off blows and incoming projectiles, instead of it just ramming straight into your face, which actually transfers all the force from the blow to your face, which you don't want. It just glances off the sides, which is a lot more comfortable for the wearer. It still makes a lot of noise, but it's a lot better than actually being blind or dead. Another feature I wanted to point out are the raised eye slits. As you can see, they're not just holes in the steel, there's actually a sort of ridge here in which the eye slits are made. This is to make sure that blows to the eyes glance off that surface as well, instead of it just glancing off into the eye slit, which you don't want if it's a long dagger or something. It will just glance off here to the sides and away from the eyes as much as possible. And if something does come dangerously close to the eyes, there are certain ridges here, a sort of groove that will catch the blade or anything that comes close to the eye. Fuck. Yeah!
Indeed, indeed, I am extraordinarily well designed.
And the same thing applies to the holes on the mouth here. Mouth. There's another ridge as well, a groove I should say, it's not a ridge, it's a groove. And the final thing that helps with glancing off blows is the point at the top. Later models have a much more pronounced point at the end to allow for a more aerodynamic look, speed. And there are more smaller holes over here and on the downside, which are called breadths, which are called breadths. And one more important thing, which, well, sets this helmet and historical replica apart from cheaper reproduction shit, is the fact that it's completely lined. As you can see, the cloth collar, you could say, goes way up into the helmet, which provides much comfort when trying not to get your skull bashed in. Also very comfortable in bed. The lining doesn't extend all the way up, it stops about here, so that your head isn't always in contact with the helmet, so that if something hits, it hits the helmet first and the helmet starts shaking, but your head underneath doesn't. And if your head doesn't shake, your brain doesn't either, which will save you a lot of trouble. And it also has these bolts along the edge of the helmet from which you could hang the Aventail, which is a male collar for extra protection over the quilted padding.
Not only am I Charles II, I am also Charles the Bassinet.
If you'd like a little bit more information about this type of helmet, and helmets in general and armor in general, you should check out Ian Lespina's channel, Knight Errant. I'll post a link in the description below. I am the Weasel.